Well, from what I can tell, and this I do feel like is training from your youth, you have been constantly chasing people your whole life. You've constantly been looking for validation, looking for safety, looking for security. And from what I can tell, you have held on to so many people, so many wrong people for the wrong reasons for so long. And it's probably because you've experienced excessive loneliness, isolation, neglect, emotional, mental, like fill in the blank. But I see that this has been not only detrimental to you in your life, I actually feel like this has been draining yourself and others. And I feel like this has caused maybe people to try and push you away, try and stay away from you, almost like dog you down to others, like, don't go near that train wreck. But from what I can tell, it's just because, for God's sakes, you have been forced to rely on very hot and cold people, very toxic people, never knowing security or where you stand. You are desperately looking for some sense of consistency and security, safety in your life. And this is kind of throwing in your face. I know that you probably only wanted love in your life, but Spirit wants you to have a strong life. All of that pain, it wasn't for nothing. I'm so sorry for what it is that you went through. That sucks. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. You're here to kind of break the mold. As I'm reading this, innocence, purity, redemption, special connection with the divine. Challenge the authority to effect social changes. Reject spirit systems that do not serve inner needs. So what this is telling me is you don't have the ability to rely on people around you, whether it was in your formative years or now. Stop relying on the unreliable. This is telling you got to create a bond with yourself and with Spirit, whether you want to call it by God, Allah, a rose by any other name, smells just as sweet. I want you to know you're here to break so many hierarchies, so many social constructs. You are here to show people the path of themselves to what their highest power is in this life. And I know that kind of sounds, I don't know, it sounds kind of woozy and kind of like, you would have to be careful because that's how people start cults. This is not telling you, hey, let's start a cult. This is saying, don't be that person who gets sucked into the cult by chasing something that is trying to drag you down or make you feel like you're less than or that you can't survive without it. This is telling you to work on yourself and your connection with your higher self, Spirit, so on and so forth. And it's telling you that you are part of a social change where people are breaking out of old, outdated models of relationships, old hierarchies in families and workplaces, the points at which we don't talk about what's going on. Those days are done. Those days where we walk on eggshells because we're afraid of offending the wrong person just because they have this ego that's going on, those days are over. People are going to be confronted with the uncomfortable truth because you are the kind of person who's setting a new path in life. And this is going to be one that is very individualistic, and it's not about this hyper independence. It's about following what is true and what's right for you. And if others don't like it, if they got something to say about it, heck, give them a show. Be the most you, authentic you that is the most off-putting to them, because you want to know something? You're the person who's going to be enjoying their life while Tweedledum over somewhere, they're going to be kind of looking at others to give them the thumbs up, the approval. And if they're not getting that, that's where they start to dig their own grave on that one. Screw all of that. You're here for a higher purpose, and you are going to fulfill that, whether you like it or not. So learn to love yourself, because that is what there is.